All right, we are back. I love talking to you, Sneh, because every day you come to the meetings with new ideas and new inventions. And this is the fastest I've ever seen a company grow in digital out of home. And these new features that you've come up with the last few weeks are just blowing my mind, because all I've heard about from years is about waste, about not having ROI, not understanding the measurement of digital out of home. And these new Sense Anything features are really moving the needle with agencies and the people that we talk to on a day-to-day basis, like media buyers. So I'm going to let you just go all out. Show us where your mind is going with these features. When people log in or when we're talking to an agency, what can they do on the Trillboards Sense Anything platform?
So Sense Anything is solving proof of presence. What we can do now is these screens can literally measure how many people are actually in front of it. And I have actually two screens, and they're actually both only counting one person because the screens talk to each other. And a lot of people don't actually have that technology either. You guys know when you post on Instagram, you guys can see your analytics on how you're posted. Well, we have audience insights that lets you get aggregated data on how your audience is performing in front of these screens. So you can see viewers, attention, emotional engagement, shopping activity. I'm in my apartment, so there's no shopping going on. This is really powerful for retail, right? So you can know the age ranges that are being seen. You can find engagement levels by segment. So we really let you break it down. You can even count things. Just lots of data. It's just like Instagram, where you get structured information to help you for your next set of campaigns, to know where you want to target your next set of ads. And all of this comes from the moments that are generated by each of these screens. So it knows that I'm a man sitting at a desk in a home environment focused on his laptop. I have a cat tree in the background. It knows my age, gender. Again, this is all anonymized data. It doesn't know I'm Sneh. It just knows I have attributes. It actually thinks I'm very young, maybe because I'm clean shaven today. Otherwise, it puts me a little older. And yeah, we just have a lot of context with it. We get things like ad fit, like what kind of ad would go good here, what kind of ad's not good here, so that when agents start buying ads, we're going to be the first CTV out of home company that actually lets the agents have data to bid on. Beyond that, we're also capturing audio signals too, so we can get aggregated information about what's happening with brands being heard.
I feel like over the years, the biggest issue I've seen is that people see this as like performance marketing, and buyers and media agencies are asked to perform like digital. And they're under this incredible amount of pressure from the CFO or the CRO saying, prove to me there's ROI, prove to me that you are delivering this message to the right audience. And everything's an estimate, right? I'm not gonna name companies. I've worked with companies that had something similar in the past. These video analytics were expensive. They cost licensing fees. They didn't work properly because you needed a really strong media player and a computer and a camera. And, this was one of the biggest issues with digital out of home as we approach this age, and also you're paying for premiums. You're paying for the weather trigger or time of the day trigger. And I think we've solved that. We're not charging for these triggers, and we can deliver better without this immense investment in hardware. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So to run our AI, as you guys know, to add a screen is super easy, right? All you do is you hit add screen, and you can scan a QR code at trill.inc. So, I can show you guys in 1 second how fast we can add screens. So let me go to Chrome and open trill.inc. There will be a pairing code, and all you have to do is you just take the pairing code, drop it in here. You can name your screen, pick a size, device type, all that, give your location, and you hit onboard screens, and boom, you're done. Then we can play, funny, cats, any kind of content, and within a minute, you now have content going, you have a digital billboard. So that's how fast we make it happen. And if you're using our Android app, then same flow. If you go to our website, trillboards.com, and you download any Android app we have, like Android TV or tablet, not the light one, because this is for more legacy devices. Both of these will automatically start with the audience sensing from day one. So you don't even need to do any setup. You literally just download the app, run it on your TV, on your tablet, on any kind of device you have, your dongle, whatever, and it'll just start doing the AI sensing that you see here. And you don't need to do anything more than add a screen. So that's how we democratized, this kind of computer vision. And then what's really cool is then for the ads that we serve, we can give you proof that people actually saw the ad. Yeah, I can actually go back and measure each scene for each ad. So for performance, if you're the agency or the brand, you want people to look at the creative, right? So we actually sell you verified attention seconds. For each of the creatives, we can figure out how long are people gazing at it, what's a good engagement or ad receptivity, and that adds metrics so that you can know for the future where you should put your ads, in what context, and what should trigger it. We have everything ranging from weather triggers, humidity triggers, day part, all that, so that you can know which creatives do better where. And if you actually use our AI, you can put in a bunch of different creatives and let our system just automatically figure out where your ad is going to do best.
Isn't the Sense Anything the way to avoid that empty bar
Absolutely.
issue that everybody worries about? Everybody worries in this industry, like, oh, am I playing my ad at 2 a.m. from an empty bar? And now we can prove that your ad only played for the right demographic was in front of that screen, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So we're uniquely positioned to make it so your ad is only shown when someone's actually in front of the screen. We can make it uniquely so you don't waste impressions when people aren't looking, right? We could even go further. We can make it so your ad is only shown when your ICP is looking. Say that you are Audemars Piguet and you want to have some people, buy your watches. Well, when someone walks by with the Rolex, we can show them an Audemars Piguet ad, easy peasy. There's a unique ability for us to do both mind share targeting and complementary. So, if you're McDonald's and you see someone with McDonald's bag, we can show a McDonald's ad. We have that customizability to have triggers, just like how, web advertising has triggers. We bring that to CTV at home.
I think this gives a lot of value to our inventory in the sense that the biggest pushback I've had over the years is the discrepancy between types of digital out of home, right? Not all digital out of home is created equal, and you don't know if it's being seen by the right person. If I'm driving in my car and I'm going 75 miles an hour, well, let's say 70, I'm going at the speed limit, and I see a digital ad for like a fraction of a second or 2 seconds, it's not the same if you're hitting me in a bar or a restaurant or a coffee shop or a laundromat, and it's a targeted ad, and I'm looking at something and I'm watching it for 5 minutes, and I'll get it again maybe in half an hour because it sees that I am the right demographic for that sports watch. And I feel like as an industry, we've given a lot of value to this, like, throw spaghetti at the wall and let's just do branding, when the targeted ad that Trillboards is bringing to market, where you're hitting the right demographic at the right place and we can verify that we hit it, this has a lot more value to me. I mean, buyers can accurately predict who they're going to target and where the spend is going to. So as a CRO or as a marketing person, I'm not spending money praying for that fraction of a second impression. I'm actually delivering, and it's measurable. I mean, this is great. I mean, this addresses a lot of the pushback I've gotten over the years.
Yeah, a new feature that we've rolled out as well is that if you have CCTV cameras, you can go ahead and add your CCTV cameras as well. So, you just go in the exact same way you'd add a screen, you can just start adding cameras. So I can say, counter, and you can split the grid and put in your feed resolution, NVR, DVR, all good. We support most things, and we make it really easy for a small business owner or retailer to just go ahead and onboard their CCTV and put an AI agent in each of their CCTVs so that they can be alerted when things happen. So this can be useful for theft prevention, loitering, workplace safety, you name it. You get to pick, because the Sense Anything literally lets you type what you want it to sense. I could say, tell me if someone is loitering in my parking lot past 10 p.m. And you can deploy all of these agents to your screens, and they'll literally text you, right? It'll custom alerts like ambient activity level, loitering alert. And then you can deploy it to your screens or your cameras using WhatsApp or email. And we're going to have text message support pretty soon too.
This technology, we have a bunch of clients that are in taxi cabs and rideshare. We can deploy in the sense where when they get in the taxi and you say, I only want to play this ad for women who are dressed in business attire between between the hours of 1 and 7 p.m., right? And it will only play for women who are dressed in a business suit and in business attire. You're not just playing that for somebody who's like, going to the doctor and they're 70 years old and that's not a product for them. You're not just doing the throw spaghetti at the wall thing. It's real targeting. We make a product for men who are businessmen. We have an executive account at our bank. We're looking for men and women who are in the business sector. So you're not playing it for teenagers or for people over, 70. You're playing it just for that target. I think this is the next evolution of what I've always said digital of home should be, because it brings the accuracy of digital ad spend and social, which is what everybody's been asking for years, and what we get compared to as an industry. Like, why aren't you as good as search? Why aren't you as good as digital? There's too much waste. I think this eliminates a good portion of what I've heard and waste for the last few years. What's next? How do you put it all together? Can you give this data to the media agency? Can you give this data to the DSP?
Yeah, absolutely. So we work with a clean room company already called Intuzi, and we have a fully open developer ecosystem where you can already go in and get data, usage-based pricing, just like using Google's APIs or Stripe's APIs. And we have this full-on data marketplace. Everything is privacy compliant, K5 hashed, pseudonymized, and we take privacy very seriously. And all you have to do is just grab an API key, and we're more than happy to help you integrate it into your programmatic stack to curate beyond just impressions or audience segments, because we actually let you deterministically measure it.
And it's GDPR compliant. We don't take no PI, no personal information. We're not filming. We're not putting anything to the cloud, which is one of the issues a lot of people had with AVA over the years, right? I think a lot of this is great. So any of our clients, any of the publishers can basically build upon the platform that you've already built.
Yeah. If you have your own CMS, totally fine. You can use your AI. You can get this going in 4 easy steps. We have full guides here, and everything is open sourced, easy to go, and excited to bring forth this kind of innovation.
And we're already international. I mean, we're in Europe, we're in South America, we got new partnerships on the horizon. I think I'm just blown away with how fast we've been adding new features. I can't wait until the next update. I think we should be doing this more often and letting everybody know what we're working on. I mean, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Man.